Jack here, he hopped in the program literally a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, before I jumped in, I had like a 12% close rate. And as of this month, it's jumped all the way up to 25%. So more than a double.
Why you went from a shit close rate to like now improving to getting to 30-40% close rate?
He actually called me out on my bullshit. I stopped getting on calls with shitty prospects that weren't respecting my time.
What's the one thing I said? I don't know if you remember it.
People don't buy from friends, they buy from people they respect. And you can see what happened with the close rate, with the amount of money I made. It all just came with it, right? So
we've got Jack here. He hopped in the program literally a couple weeks ago and he scaled super fast all the way up to, what is it, a 10K week this week?
Yes, sir, bro, on the dot.
Yeah, perfect. So just break it down, what you do, and yeah, we'll go from there, bro.
Yep, so run a simple construction agency. So all the time I'm dealing with guys, A-type personalities, they're coming on, they want to get the fucking price right away. So I was struggling with the sales a little bit. You know, a little bit's an understatement. Yeah, before I jumped in, I had like a 12% close rate. And as of this month, it's jumped all the way up to 25%. So more than a double just going into it after the first month, which is insane. Like big improvement. And I know next month with the changes I've already made, I'm going to easily get to like 30, 40%, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just tell kind of everyone like what you kind of enjoyed about the program. I mean, everyone obviously has some like hesitations about jumping into a program because obviously there's a lot of bullshit out there. But
Yep.
I mean, tell them like kind of how I'm different in a way.
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, I've been in a ton of programs. I've been mentored by, a few different people. The main issue that I found with those people is they didn't actually give me what I need to hear. So when I jumped in with Tyler, I mean, first call, I'll be straight up like, this guy rinsed me out. He actually called me out on my bullshit. I made up excuses. I was kind of making up excuses on why I wasn't getting to where I was. And this guy just straight called it out, saw what the problem was, told me this is the problem, and told me to go fix it. And so I honestly haven't been kind of manhandled like that in a minute, but it did help me a ton to just go out and actually apply what he said. And when you kind of have that person who's just like, yo, go do this, stop being, a pussy, go get it done, it's going to help out a ton for sure, which is what I honestly found with Tyler here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be straight up with you, bro. You wasn't fucking retarded. You had the potential. I just felt like there was some adjustments that we could have done, and you literally put those adjustments straight in. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks and you're already doing 10K weeks.
Yeah, sir.
What was you doing last month? Like 10K months?
Yeah, I literally made 10K last month, and so I made that in a week this month. And I actually took a week off this month for vacation, which I shouldn't have. I easily could have hit 30K this month, but I also had my best month as well. Hit 22K on the dot this month, and it's also the shortest month of the year. I had my best month, so
shortest month of the year. Yeah, that's crazy. And he's now spoiling his girlfriend, which I don't necessarily agree with, to be totally honest with you, bro. But we live and we learn. I mean, just what would you say to anyone that is thinking about joining the program? Like, do you reckon it's valid? Like, be straight up, bro. Be super authentic and honest, because I'm here to take criticism, but just be straight up, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone right now in the space should be like skeptical of joining programs, and you should definitely do your homework on who you're buying from. If you do your homework on Tyler, you'll see that he's actually legit and he knows what he's doing, right? You can easily see that he actually runs an agency to date. So he's actively doing it, unlike 90% of all the other guys out here who aren't doing it, right? You know who you are, right? So he does it. He's currently closing. And so that right there should just tell you he's different in itself, and he can actually give you applicable advice that's working right now, not 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even 6 months ago. The environment changes so quickly, right? And so he knows exactly what he's doing right now, and he can help you apply that advice as well. So yeah, if you're like on the fence at all, if you're struggling with sales, it shouldn't even really be a question whether or not you join, because if that's an issue, he has the answer to fix it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, in terms of like sales ability then, I mean, what was your sales ability like back then?
Yeah, so the biggest fix that I made, like I was hopping on calls I shouldn't even been hopping on with, and I didn't even know that, right? So the main thing with the process that I got the most from was, number one, laying down frame. Because when you're dealing with these A-type guys, anyone that runs like construction agency or deals with A-type personalities, if you don't lay down frame from that first setting call, you are setting yourself up for failure. Like if you jump on that sales call, you're screwed. It's not going to work, right? So setting call, knowing how to properly run that and set good frame, then jumping on the sales call and take an immediate frame. I wasn't even doing that properly before. And now that I've applied, obviously, what he's teaching here in the program, I'm doing that. Now I jump on, I have the respect. They're on their computer. They're in a quiet spot, and they actually want to have a real conversation. And that's obviously going to increase close rate in turn when you have a prospect show up like that and you run through a proper process.
I do have a quick question. I mean, what do you reckon actually flipped it for you? Like, what do you think was the differentiation factor of like why you went from a shit close rate to like now improving to getting to 30-40% close rate?
Honestly, if I was to say the number one pinpoint on what changed was I stopped getting on calls with shitty prospects that weren't respecting my time and that I people please. Basically, I was trying to become their friend on sales calls, and you pointed that out right away, and I was like, damn, that's so true.
What's the one thing I said? I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can remember. You said something along the lines of people don't buy from friends, they buy from people they respect. Right?
And see as an authority.
And see as authority. Correct. So that's what I started doing. And you can see what happened with the close rate, with the amount of money I made. It all just came with it, right? So yeah, obviously that's the number one thing I think I changed and what made the difference there for sure.
Perfect. I mean, last couple of questions. What's the vision? Next 6 months.
Yeah, dude. So this month had best month. I'm trying to get to 40K next month, 40% close rate. Next 6 months, man, I want to get to 60, 70K per month with the agency, have it there, keep it there. And yeah, honestly, I think just keep closing. Eventually I want to get into, I get a salesperson here as well from you too. And yeah, man, just keep scaling it up, maybe to 100K. There we go.
Yeah, that's something I called you out on though. You also had sales reps too early, appointment setters too early. Yeah. It was just eating at your margins. So now you realize that you had to step into it, because if you want to teach someone how to do sales, you have to do it first, because that's the only way you're going to be able to teach them and call them out on their right or wrong things of like reviewing their sales calls and stuff like that. And another thing I also preach as well, like you want to improve your sales process and sales calls, you need to review your own sales calls. You need to go back and like really review. So that's something I advise to everyone, like go back, watch your sales calls, figure out where you went wrong, figure out where you went right, and improve on stuff like that. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Have you got anything else you kind of want to just say or anything?
Honestly, that's it, man. Like, again, if you guys are thinking about whether to join or not, if your close rate is sub 15%, it shouldn't even be a question. You should be joining immediately. Like, this will turn your close rate into 30-40% easily. I already know I'm going to get there. I'm basically there. But yeah, man, that's the final thoughts there, dude. And that's it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, bro. And let's get you to 30-40% close rate all the way up to 100K a month, bro.
Yes, sir, man. That's it.
Peace of that. Thank you very much, boys. Take care. Bye-bye.